liels prieks atrasties šeit šodien. Paldies, Tēt, par aicinājumu. It īpaši Uldim, Edgaram, Mārim. So, yes. I have a great honor to speak here today on behalf of Fozzy Group and Temabit. I am, as my colleague said, I am responsible for the IT business development part in our group. And before I will introduce you to our company and tell you more about it, I want you to look at this picture for a little while. So this is one of our hypermarkets. 10,000 square meters of everyday goods and products burned down to the ground by the enemy. Luckily, no lives were lost. But this is the harsh reality we are working and living every day. In this reality, you have to adapt, react, rebuild very fast. So this is the case as well for IT security and IT infrastructure. Coming down to Fozzy Group, there is a lot of numbers and corporate logos. Let me walk you through them very fast. So, in the nutshell, Fozzy Group is the 5th biggest group of companies in Ukraine. We provide employment to more than 50,000 people. And 70 businesses more than 70 businesses actually, are integrated in our ecosystem, providing services and products to our guests every day. In the retail chain segment, we are presented by four major retail brands with more than 900 stores, and then pharmacies, and then pet stores. In logistics, we are running one of the biggest logistic businesses in Ukraine. In food production, well, you can find our products in almost every major store here in Riga. So please try our Nizhyn pickled cucumbers. They are great. Agriculture, banks, marketplaces, fitness centers, dry cleaners. If you live in Ukraine, you are probably using our services on a daily basis. So we're a big company, very big one. And coming down to Temabit, it is our internal, So Temabit is our internal IT services and product development company, serving both internal and external customers. With more than 400 solutions in our portfolio and with the help of more than 1,000 engineers, we are at the heart of Temabit and Fozzy Group. And we even have our own research and development, which works to provide our businesses everyday solutions like smart cards, like AI-enabled supply and demand models. And regarding AWS, I'm sorry, Ted, but my colleague will tell you more about our cooperation with AWS. I will leave you with one fact, that Fozzy Group is in top 3 users of AWS resources in whole of Ukraine. A lot of our companies are recognized as a part of critical infrastructure. What it means? It means that we are essential to the functioning of the state and society every day. And in many areas, we are the trendsetters in Ukraine. And it put us in the spotlight. It put us in the spotlight for the good guys here, and it put us in the spotlight for the bad guys as well. And it put us in the front line of the cyber war going on not only in Ukraine, but as we see, in Europe as well. And with saying this, I am presenting on the stage my colleague and my friend, our head of cybersecurity, Mr. Anatolii Pokosa.
Thank you, Jurijs. 30 years ago, a few people cared about information security. It has seen just the support. Today, digital world has made cybersecurity essential for every business to survive. I'm Anatolii Pokosa. I'm head of cybersecurity at Fozzy Group. I'm glad to be here. And I want to share with you our real experience into how we have built cybersecurity in a big, complicated ecosystem under constant threat. Today, I will present you our real challenges, strategic approaches, and key initiatives helping us to stay strong, even under fire. Let's start from the cyber attacks in Ukraine. Here you can see the statistic from 2021 till 2024. You can see the very big increase. Only last year we have 60% more, and we feel it almost every day. Let's speak about concrete attacks. Black energy in 2015. We had a problem with electricity during several weeks. NotPetya in 2017. Thousands of computers were encrypted. More than 30 banks had a problem with the payments. Even usual business had a problem with the business processes. Let's speak about two very famous and latest attacks on Ukraine. First is a cyber attack on our biggest telecom operator in 2023. More than 24 million subscribers had a problem with the connection during several days. We had a problem with online services. I remember the time very well. It was a nightmare in Ukraine. And very fresh, cyber attack on our big retail network in 2025, in April. Stores couldn't operate for several days. Online platforms were down. Here we are not just speaking about downtime. It was a shock for Ukrainian citizens. All these attacks confirm what we already know, that cybersecurity is not just an option, especially in Ukraine. But what was our strategy to mitigate these risks? We migrated to AWS. Why? For business security. Because infrastructure in Ukraine now in a big risks. Almost every night we have drones and missiles attacks. Second, business growth. It's very easy to add capacity in AWS. You need just several clicks. Third, business efficiency. OpEx instead of CapEx. And last but not least, cybersecurity. In AWS, there are more than 20 information security tools, and it's very easy to integrate them. You need knowledge and several clicks. We have a big benefits in the synergy of these tools. But migration to AWS doesn't mean security by default. This is why we immediately started AWS Security Improvement Program together with AWS team. It was quite a big and complicated project. More than 200 control questions covered all information security risks. In 1 year, we doubled our information security level, and now our level is above AWS average benchmark. But all this is not possible without the peoples. Let me introduce my team. Jurijs told you about our group, Fozzy Group. It's a very big group of companies with dozens of businesses. Inside the group, we have Team Abit IT company with near 1,000 employees. And in IT company, we have the cybersecurity department with more than 35 employees, most of them in Ukraine. We have more than 10 years of experience and more than 50 certificates For example, AWS security, Kubernetes security, certified ethical hackers, I have 4 people, ISO 27001, and many, many others. Let's back to our projects. We want to protect our endpoints. That's why we implemented modern EDR solution, endpoint detection and response. We implemented this solution for near 100% of our critical infrastructure. Now we monitor online, react rapidly, and hunt proactively. With the solution from 2 vendors, we have deep visibility, quick reaction, and high confidence in our defense. But complexes are not enough. We need to detect the risks from the very beginning. This is why we implemented periodic audits, for example, penetration tests. In 1 year, we have more than 25 penetration tests on our infrastructure. In the scope, critical infrastructure and software. Next, very important audit for us, it's network equipment audit. In the scope, our firewalls, VPNs, routers, Wi-Fi networks. We are checking configuration, access policy, updates policy, even physically attack these devices. In this activity, we actively use artificial intelligence to speed up the process and increase the quality. Privileged access rights audit. It's quite common audit for all big companies, that's why I don't want to stop on this. Backup procedures and their security. Every year we check in documents and physically backups. We implemented security traffic lights. It's questionnaire with more than 40 questions, covered main information security risks. Here we're trying to find some balance between security and complexity. Periodically we check all our projects using this tool to see the security level of each project. We have the big dashboard to see the full picture of all our projects. Let's speak about Secure SDLC. We want to have security in any of our projects from day one. This is why we developed secure templates for front-end, back-end, and product infrastructure. These templates help teams build security by design solutions from day one. What are the main benefits of this activity? Standardization and unification. It's very important for big companies like we are. All them needs approach. Integrated security tools. We already integrated static and dynamic code analysis into our development processes. Easy to support and hand over between the teams. Also very important, we are a very big company with thousands of employees and hundreds of projects. And last but not least, compliance with internal documentation and standards. Let's flip the lens. What does hacker see or know about our infrastructure? It's interesting for us. That's why we developed EASM system, External Attack Surface Management. This is our in-house development system, and we scan more than 1,200 external services in 1 month for more than 30 our businesses. Jurijs told you that Fozzy Group is a very big group of companies. Totally, it's around 75 million requests in 1 month. What is the benefit of this? Identification of shadow IT resources, misconfiguration, forgotten services. In a big group of companies with a different technology, different architecture, it's important. We are detecting leaked passwords, key leakages. Here we try to emulate attackers' mindset to detect the surprises, even in a big and major infrastructure. But technology is not enough. People matter. That's why we created CyberPin. It's our in-house developed information security training mascot. Is it paranoid? Yes, but in a good way. Main principle of our education is gamification, using artificial intelligence and periodic testing. For automatization, we have our own LMS system. After the training, we run simulation, like phishing campaign, to to see the user reaction and test our procedures and playbooks. Our users learn how to detect suspicious behavior, report threats and incidents, and protect themselves before real attack hits. Security culture beats security policy every time. Let's speak about one of the biggest challenges for us now. We are going passwordless. Now we implemented hardware-based authentication, like pass keys tied to devices or YubiKeys, with PIN or biometric instead of passwords. It's easy for users, secure by design, and decrease the risk of phishing attacks and account takeovers. Integrated easily with Azure Active Directory, it works across the systems and ideal for critical users like admins, DevOps, etc. Let's speak about artificial intelligence. Here you can see several real examples of implementation in our infrastructure. First, network equipment configuration analysis. I already told you about this. We're using internal artificial intelligence tool, nothing leave our company, to check the configuration of our firewalls. It significantly decreased the time of audit, nearly 5 times. Next, we are using artificial intelligence in our security event management solution for the incident detection and speed up the reaction. We are using artificial intelligence for phishing email detection. Now, this tool in a learning mode, but we have a dream totally migrate on this tool in the future. Artificial intelligence also we are using in source code analysis and for content generation for our test fake phishing attacks. It's decreased the quality of emails and speed up this process. Let's summarize our core security initiatives. First, secure cloud migration. We migrated to AWS and started immediately security improvement program. It decreased the risk of attacks on our infrastructure. Second, proactive defense. We implemented EDR, audits, and monitoring to decrease the risk of attack on our endpoints. Third, developer enablement. We implemented secure architecture templates to build security in any project. Surface control. We want to know what does hackers see about our infrastructure. That's why we implemented ESM solution to check this. And periodically we found a lot of surprises for us. Users training and testing. It decreased the risk of attacks on our employees. Passwordless access. Big challenge for us because it's a lot of work here, but we want to decrease the risk of phishing and account takeovers. And last but not least, artificial intelligence. We are using these tools to speed up our audits and increase the scopes of audits. All these initiatives based on our real experience and real attacks on our infrastructure. In the Fozzy Group, we built quite big, complicated, but flexible and user-friendly infrastructure. And we are ready to learn, collaborate, share, because this fight is very difficult for any one company. Thank you for your attention and ready for your questions.
Thank you, Anatolii. Well, these are questions also asked for our discussion panel, but we could use them also asking to you. You are in quite harsh situation. And how it works in Ukraine's case, when you have to find a balance between conveniency, so people can use services, between security, privacy, is there something totally, utterly different than in, let's say, states where there's no war?
Yeah, it's a pity, but a big difference, because it's not easy, you know, to spend all night in a shelter and after back to the work and protect the company against the cyber attacks. But we try to find some balance. I told you that we have quite a big team, and some people work abroad. And in case of very big difficulties in Ukraine, we're using the staff abroad, and they helped us to keep our services on the same level. And for sure, we increasing the team during this 3 years plus or 4. We doubled our information security team.
You doubled?
Yeah.
In a situation where everyone needs people at this situation, and so many people fled the country.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Even more, 5 my colleagues in the world now. But we have no any options. We need to fight.
This question was asked to the Baltic region states, but the question was, any plans on recruiting, preparing, teaching enthusiastic IT guys, let's say, for cyber army? Because we can see now that let's say, the real physical army is one part, but cyber army is a real thing we all need. But I don't think we still feel the urge. I don't think we still understand how important it is, how it is in Ukraine.
In Ukraine, we have some cyber army, but it's a question of some special forces. That's why I don't know all details. But sometimes my colleagues help these guys to do something. I don't want to open a lot
about that. Okay. Any other questions, please, from the audience? Please put, yeah, there's one hand, the microphone. Where's the microphone? Yeah, over there. Thank you.
Hello. How you're storing passkeys, and you said you're trying to go passwordless, and if you go passwordless with passkeys, what kind of second factor are you using?
What kind of second factor?
If you're using passkeys passwordless, yeah.
Yep.
In our authentication, we use several technologies. First, it's passkeys tied to device. We are using, for example, Apple device to keep the keys inside, and we're using face as a second authentication method. Or we use small YubiKeys with a key or with a fingerprint. It's for our administrators.
Thank you. Any other questions, please? Just, there's the hand, the microphone there, please.
Hello, really nice speech, but I have the question. You have told that you have integrated AI in your systems and learning modes, and how you secure your systems against this new threat landscape as prompting injection?
Very good question. I told you that we use some internal artificial intelligence tools. Jurijs told that inside our team we have R&D team. And this team play with artificial intelligence, I don't know, maybe 5+ years. And they helped us with the model, and we use internal model. Nothing leave our company. We play inside. This model generates some code. We run this code with the configuration. We see the problems, and physically colleagues patch or correct something. But we are, in this case, we are not using some external services. It's our model, internal model. This model also used for some business cases, for example, for food detection. In some restaurants, we have a system when you put your food, they scan, they detect cutlets, soup, everything, and you have the bill, you pay, and you go. No peoples. That's why this model is very flexible, and we using it for our security needs.
All right. One more question from Slido. Fozzy, how does your organization manage insider risk? Do you have a counterintelligence officer?
It's very good, again, questions, recruiting, checking, and teaching of our employees. I don't have some magic bullet, usual HR processes.
Mm-hmm. Really, because in your organization, that would we would believe that the security threshold should be much higher than in any other IT company around the world outside Ukraine.
Yes, but you know, we should trust our peoples, and we should restrict some excesses. You know, we don't want to create some gods inside, and we have some internal check-in in a critical operations, and we're using like this. I have a big experience in the banks, and I know this two hands principles. When somebody started, somebody finished. We have CM system, we monitor everything. We have SOC 24/7, and sometimes we see that some guys trying to do something at night, and it's suspicious, we reacted. But thanks God, all of this.
So actually, level of access is the answer also.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anatolii. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you for spending time with us here today.
Thank you.